fanboys in a room with a mic? From video games, comics, and movies to uncensored social commentary, nothing is off limits. With your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., The Blue Guy, Chuck Bitch, G-Roll, and Player 2. This is The Real Press Start. So sit down, load up, log in, and press start.
Hey everybody, we are back. So yesterday we went to go see Star Wars, The Force Awakens.
We did an episode yesterday.
We started to do an episode. Yeah, we did for pretty much a whole episode, and then
it got last forever in the corners of space and time.
yes. But I'm kind of glad because it gave me time to reflect more on the movie. Because we literally started recording right after we saw it, and we were still both very, very hyped up about it.
Yeah.
And we were really going. Just before we go any further into the movie,
this is full spoilers.
Full spoilers. If you have not seen the movie, turn this off now. Go see the movie.
We have no self-control here.
Yeah. Yesterday we were literally going scene by scene breakdowns of
we were narrating.
Yeah, pretty
the
much
entire movie.
Yeah.
Now that I look back at it.
Yeah, we really were. Not that that's a bad thing, because the movie's fucking amazing. But obviously, if you're still listening up to this point, it means you've seen the movie, so we don't need to narrate it.
Yeah.
And right now, you just said something that I kind of agree with. At the same time, I think they need, especially because it's a new director, it's a new. Disney took it over from George Lucas, so I think they had to do that. But
no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying some of them are unnecessary.
Yeah, there were little. Yeah,
some were just kind of like cheap little.
Yeah, it was just their way of saying, "Hey, it's the same universe. It's the same universe. It's all connected."
Remember this?
Yeah, like, exactly. They did do that quite a bit in this one. Like you said, specifically the 3D chessboard.
Yeah. That's one that stuck out the most.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but people seem to think that the Darth Vader mask was like a thing. So that was kind of like plot.
That was plot. That was
and like, let's see, what else is there?
The whole Millennium Falcon thing in general, but that I think that just worked out. That was so.
Some people think the fact that they had like a little Mos Eisley.
The cantina. Yeah. Well, they had to do. They could have done it in a different way because like as soon as they walked in there, I was like, okay, this is a cantina.
They had the sax players.
The only thing was the music was a little different.
Yeah.
But it was still it was still the way.
Not quite as memorable as Mos Eisley's.
Yeah, it's true. I think there was too much going on. Like with Mos Eisley, like when they did that cantina scene, it actually felt like a cantina. Mm-hmm. This one just felt like a big. It almost felt like a rainforest cafe with a bunch of random aliens in it. Like, cause it was so like, cause all the jungle all around it and everything, and then like.
Maybe that's what they were going for.
They could be because they seem more like a restaurant than a cantina.
Yeah.
Or more like a club or something. Whereas the cantina actually felt like a small hole-in-the-wall cantina with the people there. Sure, it was packed, but still, Overall, the movie was fucking amazing to me. I want to see it again. I want to see it a couple more times.
Mm-hmm.
So I can... Because the first time you watch it through, you're just
There's so much going on, you just can't really process everything.
Yeah, there really is. And the thing is, the fact that not only is, it's the first Star Wars movie we've seen since fucking, 2000...
Uh-huh. The first, especially like the first 30 minutes, you're just giddy. You're just
you're just there like it's Star Wars. As soon as that opening fanfare kicks in, you're just And so the whole time you're watching, I'm watching a new Star Wars movie. I'm watching a whole new Star Wars movie, and then with everything that's going on, it's like again, the story is really really good. Mm-hmm. The new characters they've introduced are like everything was so good, and then like all the like. Moments, like you get all that. So like watching it the first time, you're still there. You're giddy about the new Star Wars movie. You're seeing everything for the first time, and then like you're just like you're in the moment.
Yeah, you even already get like that kind of Darth Vader moment when they reveal that he's his father.
Yeah.
With Han Solo and Kylo Ren.
And Kylo Ren, yeah,
like,
yeah. And then right after that. Well, no, not right after that.
No. Like when.
Yeah.
For me, it was when what's his name, Stoke.
Yeah.
Tells Kylo Ren that he's with your father.
Yeah.
Solo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does say it directly. Yeah, but yeah, that was the moment. And then, but no, and then there's there's so many of those moments. They're just like, so it's like, so you're there in the moment. And yeah, I definitely want to see it again. Because right now, like I was just talking to Player 2, and like to me right now, it's tied with, because like I don't, like I said, I don't have a favorite of the prequel of the original trilogy, but right now it's tied with me. Like I don't, like a lot of people are saying it's right after Empire. That's what I've been hearing. It's the best one after Empire.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna because I watched all of them before going in, because I just rewatched them again, but I'm gonna watch them again now that I've seen the new one.
I might say this was the best one for me, just because I completely got lost in it when I was watching it.
Yeah, so did I. But
like it felt like I was in there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that movie, it felt so fast. But at the same time, like again, that's why I want to watch it a couple more times, just because like, well, not only because it's an amazing
when I go
movie,
back and watch when I watched them the first time, like it felt like those movies were like an eternity long. Like,
yeah. And but yeah, they do kind of feel like that sometimes. That's why I want to watch it again, because I want to, like, okay, the excitement of having a new Star Wars movie is over. Now let's go watch it. Now now that I know. But yeah, like I said, it was fucking amazing. There was a couple things I did want to talk about. Like, okay, so there was everyone kept talking about Daniel Craig. I kept seeing headlines for Daniel Craig is in the movie. Daniel Craig's in the movie.
Who's Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig is the guy.
Oh, the 007.
007.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was he?
You know the stormtrooper that Rey tricks into letting her. The guy that, I'm gonna make those restraints tighter.
Oh, really?
That's Daniel Craig. Yeah. Yeah.
Why did they put Daniel Craig, a relatively famous actor, just in a fucking stormtrooper?
Well, that's the thing, is like apparently, from what I understand, the story is that he just happened to be on set, and they were like, "You want to be in the movie?
You want to be a stormtrooper?"
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll be in the movie."
Yeah.
And so.
I like that scene though.
Yeah, it was a good scene.
She's just some sort of fucking Force prodigy.
Yeah.
I love that about her.
Yeah.
It
just makes it. Yeah. I think my favorite part of her becoming, like, realizing she has the Force is when she's able to block Kylo Ren out of her mind. And like you can, because I think to me that's a pinnacle moment where he flips from being because he, even through his temper tantrums, he's a badass. Like that first opening scene when he comes in, they're killing the things, and he stops that fucking blaster bolt and all that. Like that fucking, to me that was like fucking epic.
Yeah.
And the way, like, he's just got a really cool look, Yeah. And then, and like even through his, like, okay, because he gets to the point where, okay, the droid got away, or no, what is his first temper tantrum? Isn't that the droid got away?
No, I think it was.
Is it the droid got away? So yeah, he throws a temper tantrum and just like pulls out his lightsaber and just tears up a bunch of monitors.
Yeah, a bunch of like consoles around that.
And so then
ship.
I would hate to be the maintenance guy on that ship. He threw another temper tantrum. So then, even through that though, like, because you feel like it's just anger, like pure anger. So you just throw that, and then on top of that, when you get to that scene, like, you just, because you've only seen him messing with people and being this evil character, and then all of a sudden you see, even when he kidnaps Rey, you know what I mean? Up until that point, he's been this badass, even dealing with his father and everything, and not directly, but like, dealing with the fact that his father's around and dealing with Snoke's and all that. So then you get to that point where he's trying to get into Rey's head, and she turns the fear around on him, and you just see him go from like this menace to like just a scared child, And then right after that, isn't that when he goes to Vader? Or was it before that?
No, that was before.
That was before?
Yeah, that was
okay, before. I don't know why I thought that was afterwards.
That was
Alright, so that was after. I don't know why I thought it was before. But yeah, even I guess in that moment he does have that where, like,
Yeah. For me, I felt like it was more he's frustrated because he feels like he's been so trained and he's
Yeah, you're talking about the scene with Vader, right?
Huh?
With the Vader school, or were you talking?
no when he's
Oh,
when him and Ray are
but
having
see,
a little
but you do see. I'm telling you, like I don't know. Maybe I just read it differently. Is when you see him, when she starts like kind of like getting her confidence, and you see she kind of make her like she goes from being scared to being very like her face is very like I don't want to say aggressive, but she looks very like
yeah.
intimidating. Where he kind of cowers back a little bit, like he almost like you see like his eyes start to tear up a little bit. You know what I mean? I think that's what conveys fear to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see this frustration as well. But yeah, I think the way they've set up these two characters, especially because there's a scene that when right before Han Solo dies, uh, when Han tells him take off the mask, you don't need it. Do you remember him saying that line?
Yeah.
And then and obviously they have their moment, and then later on during the lightsaber battle towards the end, when him and Ray are fighting, when she swipes him across the face. You know what I mean? You're talking about?
Yeah.
She swipes across the face of and he gets the blast, the saber mark across his face. I was thinking, well, now he does.
Nobody wants to look at that face.
Nobody's gonna want to see that. That dude had like I can't remember the actor's name. I know I've seen him in something else before.
I don't think he is. I think a lot of these actors are like
Relatively
this is their first movie.
Yeah, it could be.
I know that's how it is for Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't know about the guy who played Finn.
I like the Finn character initially. He turns out to be something completely different from what you thought he was going to be, based on the trailers and such.
Yeah, I don't.
I was okay, like when in the moment he gets struck across the back with the lightsaber, I was okay with him dying though.
Yeah. Like I'm perfectly fine if I don't see him for the rest of in any other movie. But
I think they are setting him up for something big too.
yeah, I don't like him being a sort of love interest either.
Yeah, it's just because you're racist.
Yeah, it's because I'm racist. I don't know. It's like I don't know. It just doesn't.
Yeah, well, because the whole thing is
They don't fit. I feel like as far as the character.
Yeah. Well, see, I think the reason I don't know. To me, I buy it, but the reason I buy it is because of the fact that again, like he tells her in that moment where like when the second she found out that he was a resistance fighter or she thought he was a resistance fighter, the way she looked at him, you know what I mean, like, and she was enamored. She's not enamored by him specifically, but I think more the fact that he was a resistance fighter. You know what I mean? So I think that's what drew them together, and they just grew. Like they grew closer during the whole adventure.
Yeah.
When he and then because the whole time he's running until it comes to her, which I get. Uh, I think they're gonna end up doing something big with him because you got to think he got a lightsaber saber.
I think he's gonna end up being a Jedi. They're gonna end up making him
You think I don't think he's gonna end up being a Jedi. I think he's gonna end up being some kind of like cyborg.
a cyborg.
Yeah, not a full on robot, but like he's gonna be because well think about it, this is why though, I was thinking about it though, because like he takes a massive amount of damage fighting Kylo Ren, right? Mm-hmm. And then he gets the freaking lightsaber across his spine. You know what I mean? So
you think he'll just be like a General Grievous?
I think he might be something like that. Like, well, I mean, obviously
he's gonna have like 4 lightsabers on his back for his spine.
Well, they're gonna have to do something with the spine. They're gonna have to repair it somehow. You know what I mean? So I think he's gonna end up having some kind of robotic. He's gonna end up being something like that. The other guy. Okay, so there's the new character.
It would be hilarious if they made it like a little those like all the presidents of Futurama.
Just
cut off his head and put him in a jar. I'd be fine with that.
That'd be awesome.
He's basically a vegetable if it did get him right of the fucking spine.
Yeah, true. But see, I mean, obviously with the technology they have in Star Wars, that they could repair a spine injury easily.
I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. But so And then okay, what did you think about Luke not being in the movie until the very last scene?
It was frustrating.
Right? Like you're waiting to see him, like but they don't even because like the whole time they're talking about finding him, and I can kind of get why they don't show him at all, but at the same time, it's like they could have easily.
Or I wasn't so much as frustrated that he was at the end of the movie, so much as he did not fucking speak.
He didn't say a word. And well, I mean, I was gonna say if there were at least some rumors of the next movie, but yeah, I mean, the next movie's already, but they're not in production yet, are they?
No, they're not.
They're not, right?
I think they'll probably, maybe.
No, I think
No. They're filming a solo Han Solo movie.
No, that's what they're filming right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait a while for the next.
Yeah.
That's.
We're gonna have a Star Wars related movie every year for the next like 6 years.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be a direct trilogy.
Yeah, the Star Wars trilogy is gonna be like one movie every 2 years.
Yeah, every 2 years. That's gonna be frustrating to wait.
Yeah.
Because they need to do something quick. Yeah, overall, I thought it was an amazing fucking movie, and I want to watch it over and over and over. And like, I'm probably gonna pick that one up the day it comes out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I am scared about the next movies because I know they're gonna be different directors.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean,
I feel like it just causes a little too much confusion because like we already have J.J. Abrams' vision of what
and he did.
the movie's going to be.
He really did an amazing job. You can tell he's a fan of the series. Because like, okay, where George Lucas, remember last week we talked about George Lucas said, oh, they made a movie the fans want?
Yeah.
Because they had a fan make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I get what he meant by not watching the movie. I do get what he meant by they made a movie that the fans want, though.
Yeah, because there's so much fans.
Because there's a lot of like poking at, hey, Star Wars, remember this?
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
I think that's what he was referring to. He wasn't.
It could be. I mean, they had to have some of those moments.
Yeah, well, like the Han Solo and Chewie coming in and all that stuff. Except like, you don't like I said, you don't need like the blatant rip off of the cantina. You don't need I wish the planets were a little more different too. I mean, Jakku looked like Tatooine.
Yeah.
If you never told me the planet's name,
you would assume it was Tatooine. It was Endor, and it was hot.
I don't even know what the jungle fucking planet was.
Oh god, they do say it started with a P. I want to say.
Yeah.
They did say it, but yeah, and then
because fucking idiots are fucking lemmings and clap at everything. You couldn't hear a goddamn thing.
Oh yeah, that bugged me. I mean, there was a couple moments where like, okay, like during the opening when the fan
Star Wars starts, okay, fucking, and then, but like Han Solo comes out, people start fucking clapping.
Yeah,
like,
Leia showed up.
Leia says, "May the Force be with you."
But that was a Chuck did.
Yeah, and then we did it ironically, and then the lemmings just did it right after.
Yeah, the audience just exploded. It was funny. And that was kind of getting annoying. But I mean, I understand with the excitement of the movie, But yeah, just enjoy the movie. Let it soak in. You don't have to clap at every.
No, I don't think so. I think if you were really excited, you'd be more awestruck than.
Yeah, well, see, that's how I was. I was more awestruck. I was sitting there watching, like, oh god, like the whole time I'm sitting just watching, like I was.
Yeah, like watching a movie, I like instinctively just want to stay quiet, and I want to make sure I try and soak up as much as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because for whatever reason, when I'm at a theater, the next day I usually don't remember it. I remember very little of the movie. I just remember whether it was good or bad, and maybe some like 2 or 3 really good scenes.
Yeah, like major plot points, and that's about it.
This movie was different. I pretty much remember most of it, except for small details, like the name of the jungle planet.
Yeah.
And Yeah, that's pretty. And maybe I'll have some like the sequence maybe messed up or something.
Yeah.
Sequence of events.
Yesterday when we were recording, I had it all in my head, like perfect when we got home.
Yeah.
Now the sequencing might be off a little bit. Like I confused the Vader scene being after the Rey and Ren scene.
Mm-hmm.
There was something I really wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it was now. Fuck that. The whole thing though, like as soon as the fanfare kicked in, I don't know, like I don't know if it was just that I had been waiting so long, but I got a little not choked up, but I felt like that little like that you know. And then when Han died, man, that got me. That one hurt me. That scene,
I don't know. It didn't hurt as much because you totally saw it coming.
Yeah, you did, but at the same because like I think I even said it out loud like, oh, he's gonna kill him, and I was like, oh, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and then he does it. I'm like, because like you see it coming, but then there's that split second like he's not gonna do it. Oh, please don't do it, and then he does it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And apparently there's some bubbling on the internet that he's not really dead. But like, okay, so my thing is this, and me and Player Two were talking about that because he asked me, he goes, "Do you think he's really dead?" And I was like, "Well, first of all, he got run through with a lightsaber, so there's that. Number two, that impossible fall to infinity, pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
he falls off a bridge and like there's like you can't see what's down
Oh,
there.
you didn't know there's a fucking mountain of marshmallows at the bottom of that fucking pit. Yeah.
And then third of all, the planet they're on, which isn't really a planet, it's the new Death Star, the Starkiller.
Starkiller Base. Yeah.
Starkiller Base. I was gonna call it Skywalker Ranch.
Skywalker Ranch.
That's where George Lucas lives, or that's where all his stuff is. But it's the Starkiller Base, and that thing explodes.
Mm-hmm.
So unless he survived the fall, somehow survived the lightsaber stabbing, and made it.
He's probably very crippled at this point.
Yeah. But you know what? The one theory that I did read that would make it plausible is because Kylo Ren being his son had that moment of weakness, even as he's going to kill him, had that moment of I shouldn't do this. Stabs him with the lightsaber, but does it in a way that is not fatal, which I don't know how.
That's fine, but we throw him over a fucking bridge.
But then he falls off the bridge. But Kylo Ren
He
knows.
threw him over that fucking altercation bridge. There's no other purpose.
That's all that was.
Meet and have an altercation.
That's all that was. It's a long suspension bridge in the middle of over a giant pit.
No handrails.
No handrails at all. You know, it literally like as soon as you saw that bridge, you was like, okay,
something's going down.
Yeah. I thought maybe Red and Ray would
have a awesome lightsaber battle right there. Yeah, I was hoping that. And I saw Han Solo walking up.
Yeah. As soon as you saw him go across that bridge, you knew he was dying. Because there's no handrails. But like so.
Either they're both dying, or Han's dying.
Yeah.
The villain doesn't normally die this easily.
I don't know, man.
Unless it's Phantom Menace.
Yeah, unless he's got a tattooed face. But so yeah, and so Kylo Ren stabs him where he knows it's not fatal, throws him off the bridge, knowing he will probably survive the fall. Because Kylo Ren's supposed to know this place. This is his base. So knowing he would survive the fall, and then I don't know, not knowing the planet was gonna explode. But so I mean, there is that remote, slight possibility that maybe, but no. I mean, like I said, run through with the lightsaber, the impossible fall, planet explodes.
Yeah. The trifecta of not getting out alive.
Yeah, I mean, because one of the things, and that's the thing with any movie, especially when it's like a character such as beloved as Han Solo, the fact that you do not see an actual body, you don't see him dead. You never see him.
People always find an excuse to think that he's alive.
But they also do have.
I think that's all thanks to fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the
With Gandalf.
Gandalf. Yeah. If you don't see a body, there's still that possibility. But I think on top, but to even the final nail in the coffin for Han to me is the fact that as he's falling, they cut to Leia, like doing that whole like the Force just told her he's dead. Like she heard one voice scream out, and it was suddenly gone.
She thought it was Han, but it wasn't him.
What she actually felt was the pain of her son stabbing his father. But yeah. So this is something we talked about yesterday, but we didn't talk about this today. Is with Rey. I think she's a loose. I still think she's a loose daughter.
I don't know. I just don't think it's that simple.
You don't think it's that simple?
No.
What if she was created by midichlorians?
Sure.
That Luke manipulated. And
let's go with that.
No, because I was thinking about it, and I was having a discussion with somebody at work that had seen the movie as well, and he pointed out something to me that I hadn't noticed, and thinking about it, he was right. Well, okay, first of all, because obviously, I mean, because they do. A lot of the movie is handed to you, like
and that's the thing. I just feel like at some point
they have to
stop hand feeding you, and try making it. And I think that's where they're gonna be doing it
with her.
They're kind of like misleading you. Like here's all this predictable stuff, and then while you're thinking this is what's gonna happen, something else is what's really going on.
Yeah, I guess. But see, okay, because the way he puts it is this. Was up until that point, she hasn't really had any Force interaction.
Yeah.
She has a lightsaber. She sees the lightsaber. She has that weird flashback where she's being left on the planet, and the hand is all you see is the hand of the person dropping her off, and the hand's wearing a black glove.
Yeah.
And it's the same hand that Luke has the robotic hand at.
Okay.
And in the previous movies, he always wore a black glove over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, why would the lightsaber call out to her? It's Luke's lightsaber calling to her because there's some kind of connection. There's some kind of it's passing down to another Skywalker. You know what I mean?
It could just be a strong sense of the Force.
Yeah, it could be. And then, but in the fact that she's so strong in the Force, I think it's weird how they made because so Vader was incredibly strong in the Force, right? Mm-hmm. He was the chosen one supposed to bring balance back to the Force. Then Luke and Leia, Luke used the Force and he became better with it, but not until he was. Like, have you seen that meme that goes around when, like, it's that whole scene between Luke and Vader, the I am your father scene?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, it's impossible. And he goes, and he's like, on top of that, you know that droid that you've been walking around with? I built it. And then this and that, and then it's like, and then he goes, come to think about it, I did all this before I was anywhere close to your age. There's no way you're my son. And he kind of just walks away. And so when you think about it, I mean, obviously Luke is now a Jedi Master, and he's very strong with the Force. But if you look at it, like the way they did it is, Vader, super strong with the Force. Luke and Leia, meh. And then now these two are just like especially like Kylo Ren is able to stop blaster bolts. Like we haven't seen that shit before. Yeah. Like he, and it's not like when he stopped it, it's not like he was focusing on it the entire.
But Luke did teach him. Up until he went back.
Good point. Luke did teach him. So well, yeah, but I guess that has a lot to do with the technology because back in those days, I mean the Force, I mean it did look cool, but it was really all we can really do is they can move stuff with their minds, and
Yeah.
So but I don't know. Like to me, it just seems like all of a sudden it's like I guess the really powerful thing skips a generation.
Yeah.
Because the way
it's just like beauty.
Because the way Rey all of a sudden she's just like super
Mm-hmm.
I love the lightsaber battle at the end too with her and Ren.
Her and
Kylo. Yeah, that was it was I hope I picked it up on the mic. there was.
Very suspenseful.
Yeah, and just the way it just like her. Obviously, she's untrained with the lightsaber, but her style of fighting him was just so aggressive, and she was just it was just so just like hack and slash, and it just felt really really good. On top of that, though, the fact that Finn was able to fight Kylo Ren with a lightsaber shows me that Kylo Ren is not very good with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I guess maybe Luke never taught him how to fight with a lightsaber. I guess I don't know. Because if you look, I mean, because the whole thing was like his lightsaber's all because he built it himself, and it's not like an official branded lightsaber.
Yeah.
You know, it's
generic.
It's generic. He bought it at the swap meet. And then so the fact that Finn's able to pick up Luke's lightsaber, and they had a decent back and forth before Kylo Ren got the advantage. You know what I mean? So the fact that Finn was able to fight him kind of tells me. There was another, wasn't there? Didn't he fight somebody else with a lightsaber?
No.
No. I want to say there was another moment when I was watching the lightsaber.
He fought Finn twice, I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. He fought Finn on that.
No, that was a stormtrooper that fought Finn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Finn's just gifted with the lightsaber. I don't know.
I don't think it's that he's gifted. Is it? It's like the same reason how like Rey would be able to pick that up. She's been using that little staff stick, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same thing.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's a sword.
Yeah, in Finn's, he was a stormtrooper, which are like the most highly trained fucking killers in the world.
But he was in sanitation.
True.
That brings.
Which means he used a mop, which means he knows how to use a lightsaber.
Yes. I have to bring this up.
That's why he lost.
Have you seen Clerks? I'm assuming you've never seen Clerks. There's a scene in Clerks where they're talking about Star Wars specifically. They're talking about Return of the Jedi. I'm sorry, Return of the Jedi. They're talking about blowing up the second Death Star, right? And the whole conversation is okay. One guy is like, I have no problem with what happened on the first Death Star. They blew it up. It was a bunch of rebels attacking a government facility filled with soldiers. All those people that died on there were soldiers. They signed up to be there, right? So the second Death Star wasn't completed, right? Meaning it was full of contractors, people that, that they took a job. They're trying to feed their family. They're building this for the government. Yeah. They're government contractors, right? They were killed because they were doing a job that happened to be, they're stuck in the middle of a war. They have no.
If only that's how it works.
That's a conversation they had. You know what I mean? Because think about it, like, you know what I mean? Because like
they have engineers.
Yeah, I know. But
that do that. I don't think they just get, hey, you, come move this, come build this fucking death planet for us.
But if you think of it in a modern sense, the Empire, in essence, is like the military.
Sure. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
In the military, like, okay, hey, we need this building built. Yes, we have our own soldiers that do stuff like that too, but we also need outside contractors to work on it as well. You know what I mean? So that was the whole conversation in that, and like they get into that. So Kevin Smith, I saw on Twitter, he posted something where it was 25 years later. Turns out I was wrong because Kylo Ren's in sanitation. Because one of the lines specifically is, "Do you think a stormtrooper knows how to install a toilet?"
Turns out they do.
Because
there are stormtroopers in sanitation.
Did I say Kylo Ren? I meant Finn. Finn was in sanitation. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you did say Kylo Ren.
I did say Kylo Ren. I just recalled myself.
I was gonna say something, but I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, but yeah. So Finn was in sanitation. He knows how to install a toilet. I just thought it was funny, overall, fucking. If you haven't seen the movie, we spoiled a lot of it. But honestly, it's still worth a watch.
If you haven't seen the movie, I don't know why you're still here.
I don't know why you're still here.
You should be at the movie theater right now buying your ticket.
Yes, big time. So I do have some stories for us to get into.
Okay.
So we saw the movie Saturday?
Yesterday. Yes.
Yesterday was Saturday. Yes. So on Thursday when it came out, set new Thursday box office record.
It just broke the weekend box office
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Last night.
But for Thursday, $57 million on its opening night.
Damn.
Opening night. That's on a Thursday. The previous record was by Harry Potter, 4.3 million. So, yeah, like fucking
They crushed
16
it by
16 million.
14 million.
14 million. 14? Yeah, 14.
Yeah, 14.
Then the first 2 days, international, 72.7 million. That's and that's not. Oh, and then for the advance tickets, 100 million by Tuesday. What did it bring in over the weekend? Do you know?
I think it broke. I think it just broke like 200.
Okay, because Jurassic World did 208 its first weekend.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It broke the record, like, so it's higher than anything else on the weekend. Unless I imagined the notification on my phone.
Wow, 238 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by 30 million, it beat Jurassic World.
And the weekend's not even over.
Yeah. It's still got the rest of
Sunday.
today. That's pretty fucking nuts. I mean, but that just shows you how anticipated this movie was and how people were waiting for it. You know. Yeah. I I don't know how to segue this. I was gonna do a really cheesy segue, but I don't. I was like, I can't wait for this movie to be on Netflix.
Speaking of Netflix,
No, so you won't fall asleep to this one while you're watching it. But Netflix has released on their website. They've been doing a lot of things like this, where like they do these DIY products for Netflix now. Like there's this one called the Switch. Have you seen that?
no.
Where it's like you build it's like pretty much it gives you how to build a Switch when all you do is you walk up, you turn it on, and it turns on. It literally turns on your TV, logs you into Netflix, and pulls up whatever the latest show you were watching, all by just pushing this button. Yeah. So now, Netflix has developed socks that will pause your TV when you fall asleep.
So socks like these socks. Like
Socks, yeah.
Socks for your feet.
Yes, socks that you wear. Because Netflix realizes it's easy to fall asleep when you're binge watching. A lot of people just put on a movie to fall asleep to. You know what I mean? So the socks use a method called attigraphy. Attigraphy?
Whoa, what are you looking at?
The first paragraph after the pause. The socks use a method called actigraphy.
Yeah, actigraphy.
Actigraphy, yeah, that sounds right. It has an accelerometer in the sock that notices when you stop moving for a while. And it triggers a signal to your TV that pauses Netflix. There's a red light in the cuff of the sock that will flash when the socks think you're asleep. So if you're falling asleep, all of a sudden you start seeing a red flash down by your feet, it means, hey, it's about to pause your show. Look at your foot a little bit. Stay awake. Stay awake. But they're saying it's very sensitive to the accelerometer that they have is very sensitive. So even the little movements, like when you're awake,
Yeah, so even when you do fall asleep, you're gonna.
it just eventually gonna move. But it says it can tell when you're actually. It can tell when you're sitting still, or actually falling asleep. The only thing is you have to make the socks yourself, and it does have some.
I can't just like put them in my sock.
Well, they say
sock I
you
have
can
now.
actually put them into your own socks as well,
Yeah.
but they're saying that right now Netflix on their website they have a bunch of instructions for different patterns on how to
You
make.
have to sew your own sock.
Yeah. They're knitted to knit your own, and they're all based on like there's a Jessica Jones, Daredevil socks. There's based on their shows and like based on just Netflix stuff. I think I deleted the picture, but yeah, the ones that were on there, it was like they said like Netflix. One of them said one sock said Netflix, and the other one said chill.
Netflix and chill. I hate that.
No, I know, right? And then speaking of more anticipated movies, we were talking about Star Wars and how epic that was. Doctor Strange is one I'm looking forward to. Doctor Strange is always one of my favorite Marvel characters, and so they're working on it. I don't want fucking Benedict Cumberbatch to play him, but
That would be fun.
yeah, he can't say penguins. Did you know that?
Why would Doctor Strange say penguins?
I don't know. He might have to though at some point. But Benedict Cumberbatch can't say penguins. I was watching a video where someone pointed out.
You can't say actigraphy.
I can't. And I can't say, what was the word that I kept struggling to say yesterday, or last episode?
I can't remember.
Oh fuck, I can't remember. I kept trying to say it like multiple, like the story, and I was like, I can't say that word. But he says penguins, penguins or penguins, penguins or penguins.
Okay.
He did a National Geographic documentary and thing about South America, and I guess there's this area of South America where for some reason there's a bunch of penguins, and no one can figure out why there's penguins out here. But he says that, well, a bunch of penguins, penguins, and that'd be okay if he was never in a movie, because how often does the word penguins show up in a movie?
Penguin.
But then they put him in the movie Penguins in Madagascar. He does a voice for one of the characters in there, and the whole movie he can't say it's penguins and penguins. But anyway, so he's playing Doctor Strange.
That's probably why he was cast.
Probably. But so yeah, he's playing the new Doctor Strange, and Sony has the rights to Spider-Man, but they worked out a deal with Marvel to put him in Civil War. Yeah, and Avengers. It looks like they're trying to put him anywhere they can now, because apparently he's on set at the new Doctor Strange movie right now.
Yeah.
So does that mean he's in the movie? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean, because Tom Holland, the guy that's playing Spider-Man, he's on the set of Doctor Strange. Maybe they're just taking him on different sets so we can see the different Marvel sets. But we might be seeing Spider-Man in Doctor Strange, which I would be okay with, even if it's just a cameo.
Maybe Doctor Strange is actually going to be in Civil War too.
He might be. That would be cool.
Maybe he's just getting to know his co-star.
Well, Doctor Strange does play a part in the Civil War comics. He does play a part in the beginning of the story. So, I mean, it would make sense for him to do it. Oh, fuck! I forgot I wanted us to watch this video. I'm going to skip this. Well, I'll talk about it. So, this Macaulay Culkin's in this new short film where he plays an Uber driver, but he's playing an Uber driver, but he's playing Kevin McAllister, the kid from Home Alone.
Right.
And apparently he's still fucked up. It really traumatized him as a kid. So it's him as an adult dealing with his abandonment issues as an Uber driver, and someone tries to carjack him, and all his instincts kick back in. You gotta. It's creepy but funny at the same time. It's weird.
They never really made it like he was fucked up though.
No, I know. But you figure that would mess you up as a kid. You've been left alone twice, not just once.
Okay, yeah, if something fucking happened, but you just kicked ass. Like...
Yeah, but he had. But think about it though, like he had to fight these grown ass adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's pretty good.
I mean, realistically, he would have killed the fucking guys.
Yeah, realistic, or they would have killed him.
No, with what happened.
Oh yeah.
What he did.
Yeah,
They would have been dead by the first thing that happened to them.
You know which one that still bugs me to this day is? Do you remember there's a one scene when he puts tar all over all the steps, and they're walking and their boots are pulling off, and then there's the nails, and I remember in the movie they show the nail. Like obviously there's no blood or anything because it's like but it's not like a little fucking half-inch nail. It's like a 3-inch nail sticking out.
Like something could.
Yeah,
it's fucking crucify Jesus.
Exactly. And then like the way the guy like in the movie he steps on it so slowly that it's like all like, and then he feels it. And it's like that one gets me. So I got gaming news now. This news is huge to me.
Oh yeah. I've been hearing about this.
Kojima Productions. Oh, so first Konami now. Konami. Kojima
and Kojima. You heard it here first, folks. New companies, Konami and Kojima.
Oh god, Kojima announced he was.
This is why Konami and Kojima had separated, because they wanted to change each other's names.
Exactly.
Kojima. Wait, what is it? What is it?
What is it? Konima. Konima.
Yeah, Kojima and Kojani.
Oh god. So Kojima officially announced that he was leaving Konami, and he was taking all his Kojima Productions team with him. Then he announced he's opening a Kojima Productions. He's opening Kojima Productions officially as his own studio. Then he came out with what's his nuts from PlayStation, from Sony, and they announced an exclusive partnership.
Yeah.
That the first game that they're going to be making is going to be
IP.
the new IP for PS4. All new characters.
Exclusive.
Yeah. Well, some people are saying that the exclusive is a timed exclusive.
It's going to be exclusive.
Will be going. Yeah, I think it's going to be exclusive, but they're saying it's going to be coming to PC as well. But
well, PC's always got a hand in exclusives.
Yeah. But so yeah,
it's just between consoles. They usually have the little.
Yeah.
Like,
so, but yeah, so as of December 15th...
Well, actually, no. For exclusive PC, usually gets it like a year later.
Yeah, if they do
but
get
no
it.
one fucking cares anymore with the fucking game.
Yeah. So, on December 15th, his contract officially ended with Konami. And so that's when he announced his new partnership with Sony. And then I thought this was kind of cool. Or not cool, I think this is kind of fucked up, actually, but... Kojima is contractually forbidden from talking about Konami. He can't say anything about what happened with the split. He can't talk about Konami at all.
So what you're saying is he can talk about Kojami, though?
He can talk about Kojami.
Can he talk about Konami?
No, he cannot talk about
Konami. In the euphemism of Kojami?
He might.
I didn't say Konami, I said Kojami.
I said Kojami. A made-up company. And then Kojima does talk about what his new game. He sat down with IGN, I think it was, and talked about a lot of the stuff that's coming for the future. He's not talking about the game it's a top secret project. He's not saying anything else about it.
I don't want him to say anything.
Yeah, I don't want him saying it. The only thing he is saying right now is going to be something that his fans will know that he has a hand in it. But it's gonna be all new characters, all new style, all new you're gonna. He said you'll know it's a Kojima production, but you're not gonna.
It's totally gonna be the Mongoose.
Liquid Mongoose.
He's been listening to the show. He's like, Mongoose is a badass idea.
I think it's amazing. They're not sure what engine. Oh, have you seen the new logo?
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, I think that's fucking epic. It's a
knight's helmet. With a skull, with looks like a robotic skull.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
It's a skull, and then it has like gears behind it.
Yeah,
underneath that skull.
It's like it's inside the helmet, but it's like you're seeing the skull inside the. Yeah, it's like an X-ray of a helmet with a skull in it. It's pretty brutal. It's like futuristic, yet it looks like a knight.
Medieval.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah. It looks awesome.
So Kojami.
Yeah, it's so Kojami. He's not paying attention to what the Japanese trends are. He's making a title for the world, which is what he normally does. He doesn't make Japanese games, even though he's a Japanese developer, which is a good thing. Then when they had this whole thing,
because nowadays, if you go by Japanese trends, it seems like everything just kind of gravitates towards like dead or alive type games.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just tits. And
just boobs.
gratuitous fan service.
Yeah, that's all it is. There's really no substance to the games. Like, what game was it? I heard about it, and I heard it was a really great game, and I saw a gameplay trailer of it, and it was just boobs. Like, the whole game was just like, it's like the main character, and it was just like
come on, dudes, I don't want to have a fucking boner the entire time.
Right? Kojima is still, I got a lot of Kojima stories. Still interested in making something with Guillermo del Toro. He doesn't know if he's going to end up making a game with him, if he's going to make a movie with him, some kind of anime.
I thought Guillermo was...
He says he's out of it.
Yeah, he's all
But Kojima believes he might be able to talk him into making a game again.
Can't be Silent Hills though.
It can't be Silent Hills. No, it's gonna be something completely brand new. And then Kojima sends an impassioned message to his loyal fans. This is all the same day, all December 15th. All this happened.
I really want Kojima and Guillermo del Toro just to become best friends.
Me too, right? Because they just want to make something so bad. They just want, and then whenever because Guillermo del Toro, whenever he makes something, he puts be it good or bad, he puts all kinds of he puts all of himself into it. And I feel like Kojima does the same thing with
Kojami.
Kojima does the same thing when he makes his games. So the message to fans that Kojima put out, it says, "We are Homo Ludens." Is that Ludens? Those who play. From the moment we enter this world, we instinctively invent ways to have fun and share our inventions with those around us. We are not asked to do this, nor do we need reasons to create. It is simply who we are. We find one another and compete with one another. We laugh together and cry together, all while playing together. Our experiences bind us and liberate us. To share our most valuable experiences, we create stories, invent tools, and evolve the art of play. Play has been our ally since the dawn of civilization. Playing,
Kojima's the fucking triple threat. He's a fucking philosopher too.
right? Playing is not simply a pastime. It's the primordial basis of the imagination and creation. Truth be told, Homo Ludens are simultaneously Homo Faber. It's those who play and those who create. Even if the earth were stripped of life and reduced to barren wasteland, our imaginations and desire to create would survive beyond survival. It would provide hope that flowers may one day bloom again. Through the invention of play, our new evolution awaits. It says Kojima Productions. We are Homo Ludens. We are those who play. And I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing that right. Ludens?
It's probably Homo Ludens.
Homo Ludens? Alright. And Hideo Kojima. So, and then,
What is this?
I think I wrote the same story, I copied and pasted.
Seeks developers for new Metal Gear.
And then continue on the site, so Konami, back to them, on their website right now, on the career page of a Japanese website, they have announced they're actively seeking professionals to help with a new Metal Gear. Not just Metal Gear, but new Metal Gear. So this is, it's referred to in the listing. It's not like they're wanting people to come on and support 5. They want them to come in and build something new.
Yeah, make 6.
Yeah, pretty much. So Konami is saying that it's a successful partnership with Platinum Games on Metal Gear Rising.
Or what if they make a Metal Gear 3?
What do you mean?
They just said Metal Gear. Metal
Gear 3 already... Oh, yeah, you're right. Because there's Metal Gear, yeah. It doesn't have to be a Metal Gear Solid game, it's just a new Metal Gear. They're talking about how Konami was talking about how they were successful without Kojima in working with Platinum Games making Revengeance. We've had this discussion.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? I zoned out.
Okay, so Konami was talking about how the reason they're hiring to make a new Metal Gear is because they were saying, we made a Metal Gear game without Kojima that was highly successful. When they did it with Platinum Games. We're talking about Metal Gear Revive.
Yeah, which was only successful because of fucking marketing.
No, it was because it was marketed as a Metal Gear game. It's not a Metal Gear game. It might have a Metal Gear character in it. It has a Metal Gear character in it. Not Metal Gear characters. A single Metal Gear character.
Yes.
And, it's not a Metal Gear game. I played it, and it wasn't the worst game I played, but it wasn't a Metal Gear game.
It only succeeded because of marketing. They marketed it as a Metal Gear with Raiden, and that you could chop up people in a bunch of little pieces.
Yeah.
Which was very gimmicky.
Oh,
very gimmicky.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, it was the best game. It was yeah. I think the only reason I still say it wasn't a horrible game is because it has Metal Gear before the rest of the title.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that saves it for me. Speaking of games that are pissing people off.
I mean, I don't like people getting pissed off at this are fucking stupid because you should just know better not to buy this.
Yeah. Destiny players can now pay to boost their character level. So yeah.
What Destiny's trying to do is they're trying to be like World of Warcraft, where you're able to pay to get your characters level up to a relevant level into the updated version of the game.
Yeah.
But there's only 40 levels available in the game right now, and you could get from level 1 to 40 in like a weekend.
Yeah.
Or just dedicated time to Destiny.
And see, the thing is, I think what it is a lot of people, people like me, like my character, I think my highest level character was 23, right? So, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have to have that much work into it, but at the same time...
Well, it'd be a lot easier for you because the leveling system's a lot different. For you to get from 1 to 40, it's just XP.
It's not about the light anymore, right?
Light level is still important. That's how you're able to fight stronger enemies and go into raids and stuff like that. But
it's not
to get to 40,
you
could get out of the shittiest fucking gear.
But and see, on top of that though, it's not as much grinding as it used to be either, right? Or would you say it's still?
I'd say it's the same. It's just easier to get up to the end game.
Okay.
The end game is still very grindy.
Okay.
Like which I feel like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're supposed to just be handed everything. And I think that's the problem with a game like Destiny that's trying their hardest to be an RPG, but also be but also be what's it like a little watered down so new players can come in who've never played it.
Yeah.
So those players get frustrated because
everyone else is just in there. That's
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. What was I going to say about this? Oh, and they're also saying this is their way of, they're rather doing these instead of giant DLC packs like they did with the Taken King. But didn't they say that first they were like, because they did the 3 little DLC packs, right?
They did 2.
Oh, they did 2. And
they did The Dark Below and House of Wolves.
But it wasn't everyone, and everyone was like, oh, it's not enough content. So it was like, okay, well, you guys want more content? Here's this big ass fucking thing, and it was the Taken King. Now they're saying everyone's pissed off about the Taken King, so here's microtransactions. And it's like,
no one was mad about Taken King.
I don't think anyone was mad, but apparently they're saying they were taking heat about it, so they don't want to do the giant monolithic DLC packs. They want to do.
They're referring the giant monolithic DLC packs. They're referring to those as like the Dark Below and House of Wolves.
Okay.
The Taken King is basically like what's it called, like buying Far Cry Blood Dragon. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Blood Dragon.
Yeah, it's like buying that. Like it's just really, it's like a really big DLC.
Yeah.
It can be considered its own game.
Okay. Alright, well that makes more sense then.
Yeah, and then next November, it's gonna be a Destiny 2. That's gonna be completely. You have to buy a new disc. You can. I think they're gonna make it. You can transfer one character over.
Oh wow. Why not transfer all?
I don't know.
That's weird.
But that was a while ago. That whole transfer one character was a while ago. They could change that.
Yeah. Because it's not like transfer your character over. It's not like you're buying. I mean, you're buying the new game to play the new game. Why not keep your character? You know. And then this one, I don't normally. I'm not okay usually with DLC that contains. All it is here's a weapon camo, and But I thought this was kind of cool.
I think that's all it should be.
What?
I think microtransactions should only be cosmetic.
Oh yeah, a microtransaction, yes.
That's what this is, isn't it?
This is DLC.
Oh.
This is all they consider DLC. It's Black Ops 3.
Personalization pack.
Yeah, personalization packs. They consider them DLCs still, I think. But
it's still microtransactions. It's just like a bundle.
yeah,
Microtransactions because you get 3 reticles, you get a calling card, and a custom camo.
yeah.
So it's just it's a way for them to kind of what is it? Separate the money that they get from the for these.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they know to give this money to the veterans.
Yeah.
And to keep the money for the separate shit.
But yeah, because Call of Duty's been doing some big things with the they call it the Call of Duty Endowment Program.
Yeah.
Which is all about getting help for veterans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which I mean, as a veteran myself, I am all for it. Like I know a lot of guys that come out of the military and have no idea what to do with their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because being in the military is like it makes you, especially when you're there, especially if you go in at 18,
mm-hmm.
having no life experience, the military doesn't really prepare you for civilian life, because in the military, like, here's a house, here's your food, here's your job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can't, unless you do something really, really fucked up, you can't really get fired.
Yeah.
You know? And so, like, you're given a lot. You know, it helps you develop yourself as a person, but not really for life as a civilian. So when you get out, finding a job is not necessarily the easiest thing, unless you've done that previously. So a lot of the guys are coming out where it's saying, I don't know how to transfer my military career into a, and that's why you see so many homeless veterans. You see a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
So the Call of Duty, they call it Code. The Call of Duty Endowment was founded in 2009. So right now, if you buy this, it's called the Code Warrior Personalization Pack, and it will it supports veterans. So go pick it up
For $4.
$4. Even if you don't have Call of Duty Black Ops 3, go buy it.
They won't give you that option. You have to actually have the game.
Yeah, you have to have the game. But I thought it was pretty cool. So, and then earlier, I don't know, it wasn't today, but Activision announced microtransactions are coming to Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and players will be granted a one-time gift of 200 Call of Duty points for limited time.
Those are already here. Yeah.
Okay.
The way it works now, it's not like in Black Ops 2 or any other Call of Duty when they started adding microtransactions where you pay like $2 for a camo.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're paying. I think it's $1 every, so $2 for 200 points. They're basically giving you that, and then you buy what they call supply drops, like in.
Oh, yeah.
And they have just random camos. So basically, it's called Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Counter-Strike does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's ever gonna be that. Well, how much was that one camo? $20,000.
Yeah. They don't have a marketplace in Call of Duty to sell it.
And then I saw this and I thought it was kind of interesting. So the retail PlayStation VR, it's gonna come with a processing box that is about the size of a Wii. So you're gonna have a small little console next to your console.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen though, I don't know if I brought a picture of it. It doesn't look bad. I didn't put a picture of it. It's the most interesting looking of the VR headsets that I've seen. It looks the nicest. Not to say that has anything to do with gameplay, but it looks nice. And it's a bit smaller than about the size of a Wii, which isn't huge, but still is big when you consider it's something else going on your shelf. You know what I mean? Everyone's been saying it's a comfortable headset, and everyone, like, from what I've heard about it at the play, because a lot of people are playing at the PlayStation Experience, and everyone's saying it's really, really good. So I want to check that out. I hope this isn't true, but there is a new DDoS group called Phantom Squad that is threatening to take down Xbox Live and PSN on Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know why they're doing it. Like they're just doing it like.
Let's get famous like Lizard Squad, guys. Let's fucking get the fucking Christmas.
So what they're saying is, let me see here. They took down Reddit as well. Reddit was off for earlier. It was off for like a day and a half, I think, or it might have been half a day. So yeah, they were taking responsibility for that. They're saying they're gonna take it down. They're gonna do PlayStation.
Wait, go back up.
What?
Phantom Squad even threatened to declare war on Lizard Squad if one of their tweets received 100 tweets.
Oh yeah.
God.
100 retweets isn't a lot. Like.
They probably have like 46 followers. Or
right.
Something.
So hopefully PlayStation and Xbox have worked on their cybersecurity. But they're saying, this is why they're saying. Answering the big question is, why do these DDoS attacks on gaming networks? Why do these? And they say, like, you ask this question. I'm doing it in that scrambler voice that Michael was doing last week.
I get asked this question a lot. Why do we take down the PSN and Xbox Live? Because cybersecurity doesn't exist.
Because cybersecurity does not exist. And that is...
I mean, what they're doing, that's not really what cybersecurity even should be doing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to take down my internet. Big fucking deal.
Yeah. And then everyone knows about last year, that dude, Kim.com.
Uh-huh.
He helped stop last year's attack by promising to give Lizard Squad 3,000 accounts on Mega Upload and warned Microsoft and Sony. So he put out a tweet after about this threat. And he says, "I warned you guys last year to up your security. I hope this is true because I'm not doing it again." So, yeah. And then I think this is the last story I got. Yeah, I just thought this was funny. So, a website did a random survey of Republican primary voters. 30% of Republican primary voters would like to are in support of bombing Agrabah. Agrabah is a made-up city.
Let's bomb Agrabah, guys.
Yeah, it's a fictional country from where Disney's Aladdin takes place. Yeah. The poll came from a Democratic firm, public policy polling.
They were just all over the place today, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Tommy, Kojima,
demonic. Yeah, right. So the question was pretty straightforward. Would you support or oppose the bombing of Agrabah? The firm asked the Democratic primary voters too, and they opposed bombing of Agrabah by 36%. But 19,
guys, we should totally not bomb Agrabah.
Yeah. So these people, they're just seeing a name. They're not doing any, so.
It's fucking bomb. It's fucking Aladdin, guys. Fuck that Jafar guy.
Yeah, that Jafar guy is a terrorist. He needs to be stopped before it's too late. We need to bomb the fuck out of Agrabah. Bomb the fuck out of Agrabah.
Like fucking in South Park with fucking.
They got genies.
Al Gore. Man, we have to stop Man Pig. Super surreal.
They have genies. They have talking parrots. They got thieving monkeys.
Yeah, their technology is so much higher than ours.
Yes.
They have talking parrots.
Talking parrots.
Well, our parrots.
Oh, but this parrot talks like full-on conversations. He just doesn't preach.
They have a guy who just turns sphinxes alive. No, I don't.
It was like, wait, I don't remember that.
What was that? There was like a big black sphinx or whatever.
Hey, which one?
What?
No, I've seen Aladdin like a billion times. My daughter's name is Jasmine.
That doesn't mean anything.
That's why she's named Jasmine.
That doesn't mean anything, sir.
It might have been in one of the sequels. I don't remember the sequels very well.
Yeah.
It could have been, or the animated series.
Maybe that.
The animated series was actually really good too.
Yeah, I think I watched that one.
I think I did too. I just don't remember that. But I think on that note, let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Go watch Star Wars.
I want to go watch Star Wars again. Let's go.
I don't have money.
Neither do I. We can sneak in. All right. You didn't hear that. On that note, game over. No more questions.